According to Richard Bach, a professional writer is an amateur that doesn't quit. I guess I've got a long way to go. As I said in my introductory video, my first poem was written when I was 4 years old. Since then, I've written quite a few poems. Nothing extravagant up until 2 years ago when I actually got really on fire for it, thanks to the music of Nightwish. But since those 2 years ago, I've not written a word of poetry. I've been attempting to write novels, which is challenging to say the least. It's easy to get an idea, but when it comes to staying focused on said idea until fruition, it takes a lot of patience. While speaking with my mother earlier this evening, we decided one way that I can get my stories written is in short story form, which is what I will be attempting to do along with poetry. Due to the fact that in my poetry I write stories, they're short, to the point, and occasionally rhyme. Eventually, when I'm not so secretive about my works, I am going to read some of my poetry to you, and probably excerpts from my short stories. Putting my face on a YouTube channel was a daunting enough idea on its own. Adding in my own creations and opening myself up to criticism either in a positive or negative light is pretty scary for a first-timer. But there is this other quote that I feel like I have tried to live by. It says, and I don't know who said it, but it says, "Write until it comes as naturally as breathing. Write until not writing makes you anxious." I've tried to get into gaming or into crafting or little things like that, and I can't. If I'm not busy writing either in my mind or physically, my fingers literally itch to write. I feel so nervous until I'm actually sat down in front of my computer and typing, or sitting at my desk with my little black notebook and writing something, anything, just getting ideas out of my head. Writing is hard. It's art. It is art just as much as architecture or paintings. A lot of people can't look at a randomly selected bunch of words strung together in prose as art, but it is. The written word is actually the most purest and truest form of art in the world, and I hope that including poetry and some kind of writings into my vlogs will prove that to some people. If you are also a writer, I would love to hear from you. One last quote before I close. Voltaire said, "Writing is the painting of the voice."